Great. You've been one of the early adapters of AI. Can you tell us what can AI do to better our continent?
Well, AI is essentially machines learning to approximate human intelligence in some domains. From a continental standpoint, the emergence of large language models, which is essentially training computers and machines on data, has now gotten to the point where they've become very good, right? So you can see ChatGPT by OpenAI, Anthropic, Claude by Anthropic. These tools now represent an opportunity, especially when combined with digital twins. They present an opportunity to actually have a personal assistant in a specific domain, right? And that personal assistant can operate from the perspective of a 5-year-old, meet the 5-year-old where they are, from the perspective of a 10-year-old, meet a 10-year-old where they are, from the perspective of an expert or a master, right? So we, in this period, which as you mentioned, is truly revolutionary, it's like you have streams of knowledge which are coming forth from these models. Now what is needed is for people who are willing to drink and become whatever they want to be.
That's a great point. How can average people on the continent, average people like us, take advantage of these tools, the AI revolution? What can we do with those tools on our fingertips?
Oh, so many. All they need to access is, of course, data, right? And now you have data in many parts of Africa. You see people on Facebook and all that. Once you have that access, you have tapped into a pool of knowledge, stream of knowledge, right? And it can help you in anything that you want to do, whether you want to plan against your goals and determine, okay, I want to get to this point in 1 month. What are the top 80% of things that I need to focus on to get there?
Mm-hmm. So you've been working with a lot of universities here. How can universities back home tap into this revolution here?
I believe the main thing is training the large language models, right? Once a large language model is trained in a specific domain, it allows force multiplication. One person doesn't have to travel to many places to disseminate that knowledge. Now that trained model is accessible by everybody everywhere who has an internet connection. That is the power. So this issue of brain drain because the diaspora left, now a diaspora over here who has access to a lab and resources can train a model, and they multiplied millions of times available to the place where they came from. Revolutionary.
How about the issue of inclusivity? For example, people with accents, we speak with an accent. Can these AI models be trained to sort of like be us?
Yes, they can, right? But we need to be present in the spaces where these models are being trained. Training models can be expensive, right? The compute required to train models is pretty significant, right? Key thing is we need to be there. And the good thing is the diaspora is here. This is where that revolution is happening. So we need to find ourselves in places. Many companies have diversity and inclusion initiatives, but because they realize the need to have diverse voices, diverse characteristics, diverse knowledge, indigenous knowledge in that.